Go. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, teachers and students. Today I have a presentation about media invention. And now let's look at the PowerPoint. And this is the DOF, right? The DOF. And it looks static. It don't move, don't act. So it's like me. I'm so sleepy now. Maybe in the class I will take it. And how you can make it more lifelike, make it move, make it more interesting. If it can move like a real animal, it will attract you more and it's more interesting, right? So let me show you a magic. It moves and now you can look, the dog is flying and it's more like it's acting like a real animal. And today my topic is related to this. What kind of device can make the static picture have the motion like this? Do you know? Maybe there is a lot of device can make it the media. Do you have any idea of this? No? Actually, the computer can do it, the cell phone can do it, but today my topic is television. Yeah. And today my topic of the presentation is television. And I have three main points of the presentation. The first is the background, and the second is the how does the television work, and the third is the influence from the television. Yeah. And let's move on to the first, the background. I will introduce the inventor of the television to you. And the first is the John Logic Baird. The John Logic Baird is the inventor of the mechanical television, the first inventor of the mechanical television, and there is the second inventor of the television. And I will introduce the second inventor in the later part. And this is the poor Nick Poe. The poor Nick Poe is the finder of the television scanner principle. And you look the picture. This is the Nick Poe disc. The Nick Poe disc is the very important part of the television. Yeah, it's quite necessary. Yeah, and the skill of the Nick Poe disc is very important to the television's invention. Yeah. And this is the John Logic Baird in 1925. And this is the second television inventor, the Philo Farnsworth. He's the inventor of the electronic television. So, what is to say? There is two type of television in the early years. One is the mechanical, and the second is electronic. And in nowadays, the electronic television is most popular because the electronic television is more effective and more useful and more developed. So yeah. And now let's move on to the main history of the television. Sorry. In the first is in the 1925, the John Logic Baird invented the first television. I have mentioned it before, and the next in the 1927, the Farnsworth invented the electronic television, and in 1930, the television can transmit the picture and the sound at the same time. Yeah. And in the 1948, the first cable television, like this. This is the cable. Look at it. The cable. The cable is used to receive the signal to create the picture on the television. The first cable television was invented in the 1948. And next, in the 1953, the first color television system broadcast was published and invented by the RCA. RCA is the Radio Corporation of US of America, invented by RCA, the first color television system. And the next, the World Multiple Television was invented in 1996 by the Sony Corporation in Japan. Now let's move on. We have learned some information about the television's background, and now let's move on to the how does the TV work? Is the working principle by the television. And there is three sub-main points of this part. The first is the eyes and the brain, and the second is the plasma screen television. The third is the LCD television. The first, eyes and the brains. Most of the television based on the same working principle, and there are some little dots of lights like this. There is a small part of it is a small. All the image is consists the little dots of light, and the little dots of light called pixels, like this, like blue, red, and green. And so the pixel flash flash 100 times per second, and make the illusion of movement to your brain, and your eyes transmit the picture to your brain and created the illusion. So you will see the picture like moving, like acting, based on this principle. Let's move on to the next part. The plasma screen television. The plasma screen television. In the screen of this type of television, there is a lot of cells. The cells include the rare gas in the little cells, and the little each cell was linked to the electrode, and each cell linked to the electrode. And when you give the power to the television, the electronic will be interact by the cell, and the gas in the cell will create the image on the television screen. Yeah. And the third is the LCD screen television. What's the difference between these two types of television? The LCD screen television is also work by the cell, but the content in the cell is different. The cells of the LCD television include a set of the red, the blue, and green filter in it. And if you put the power to the television, and it's the same, the electronic will excite the filter, and the filter may also light up, and then we will create it, image it on the screen, and you can see the picture of it. Now we have learned a little bit about the working principle of the television, and now let's move on the next part, the influence from the television. Yeah, I want to say is nothing is perfect, so everything may have the positive influence or the negative influence, and I will introduce the positive influence of television first. The first I want to say is we can watch the TV news reports on the television every day, and we can know a lot of information from all over the world. Like you will know the big accident maybe occurred in China. You can know about maybe some scientists published some science invention, and maybe you can know the situation about the world economy. So if you watch the TV news report in the television, it's quite convenient, and it is quite useful to your daily life. And the second is there is several type of TV program, and like the educational TV program, like like if you watch the educational TV program, it can enrich your knowledge and open your horizon. And if you watch the entertainment TV program, it can help you to release your pressure from your daily life. And if you watch the shopping TV program, it can help ladies to find the shoes or find the clothes what they want without going to the shop. It's quite convenient too. And finally, the important part of television is the advertisement. Advertisement can enhance the economy. It brings a lot of benefit to the economy. All the corporation spend a lot of money on the advertisement in order to higher their sales volume. And so what it to say is the advertisement can excite the consumption in the world. It's quite benefit to the economy. So let's move on to the negative influence. The negative influence. The first I want to say is the addiction to the, not only for the children but also for the adults. According to the science research, there is 34 hours the US people use on watching TV per week, and the amount of the hour is increasing. So, to my personal point of view, watching the television too much is not suitable. It will waste your time, and it is harmful to your work or studying. And the second negative influence I want to say is the radiation from the television. The radiation from the television is quite harmful to your eyes and brain, according to some science research. If you stay in front of the television a long time, it's quite it will harm your brain and eyes very much. So don't look at the television for a long time, please. And what I want to say, the next is there is a lot of type of TV program, and some TV program may include the unsuitable content in it, such as the violence, the sexual behavior, and this will make the children uncomfortable, and it's quite harmful to their growth. So parents should have to stay with their children to look at the television at some time. And yeah, to sum up today's discussion on television, I want to remind you that my presentation covered by the first is the background, and the second is the second is the working principle, and the third part is the influence from television. And last but not least, I want to say is there is two sides to every coin, you know, and maybe one side is positive and one side is negative. So what we need to do is we should use the television negative side to enrich your life or make your life more healthy and funny, but you can avoid the negative influence. You can avoid the harmful aspect from it. So I hope my words can help you, and maybe I hope it can help you to learn something about the television. And my presentation is over. And if you have some question about the television, I will be glad to answer you. Thank you.